Generic greetings and welcome to Extermination plus Endless Space, episode 12. In the previous episode, we were continuing on our warpath through the amoeba's space, and I'll be honest with you, we are kicking the absolute genome out of them. There's no other way of saying it. We got right in the grill and worked the body and took over, what, 10 systems? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Maybe even 11. It's a minimum of 10 systems that we've actually taken over in just one sitting, which was quite good, I thought. Quite efficient. We've only got one more turn to take over this system here, and this system here, sorry, and this system up here. And then less than 5 to take over that one, and then that one, and that one, and then pretty much less than 10 to take over the rest. The only one that I haven't assaulted yet is that one Fad or Pad? I'm guessing it's Fad, like PH, like fat. Fad, yeah, whatever it is, that one there, that's the only one we haven't assaulted, and we'll be remedying that shortly because this fleet here will be going there and, like I say, remedying the matter. We also assaulted the Craver's remaining 2 systems, and as you can see, it was quite successful because they no longer exist. If I got a shaky hands look, oh, they've been wiped out. The first empire I've actually been able to exterminate, which, you know, is the whole sort of name of the series, really. Anyway, I'm going to drag one of them ships off over here, because I want to keep one fleet there just in case the Horatio try something, because they are very opportunistic, the entire AI is, so we'll keep one just defending that area. I also asked in the previous episode, where do you think we should attack next? Do you think we should go for the Horatio and the Cravers, or do you think we should keep on going this way? You know, what should we do? And at the moment we don't really have a choice to make, because I'm still taking over the amoebas, but once I've taken out the amoeba, I was sort of wondering where we should go next, and the votes were quite split actually, but one person did suggest something, is that the Cravers here and the Horatio. This Horatio guy is, he's got a fairly big influence area, but he hasn't got many systems. But, you know, he is currently engaged with a war, in war with this guy here, the other Cravers, and that might be a good opportunity to drive in. However, this Craver here, the Teal Cravers, has probably got more systems, and he's also engaged a war with this Cravers, so they'll be fighting around here. So while this orange Craver here gets battered from both sides, I can sneak in the bottom here, and that also allows me to pretty much harvest up the Pilgrims and United Empire if I can along the way. So that's probably what we'll be doing. I say probably because we've got most likely 10 or so turns to make that decision, and, you know, that could be like half an hour or so. So anything can change in that time. But we shall see, you know, again, cross that bridge when we come to it. I'm pretty sure I've said that a lot in Let's Plays recently. Anyway, so what's that ship doing there? That's doing nothing. You drive over there. Go there. Drive. We also need to... Oh, what's this? We got a bit of shaky hands. Cravers have been informed of my overwhelming ascension. Apparently they're not happy. Well, I'm guessing not, because I am, you know, just absolutely blitzkrieging towards their, toward their lines at the back there. Anyway, there's a couple of things I need to do, and that's go around my systems and, as someone rightly pointed out, cut out all of the really bad things like the long seasons and the radiation and such, because I hadn't actually done it on previous ones. I got the technology, but I just didn't bother. Or I say bother, I sort of forgot, which, you know, you can sort of understand that. In fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to open it from this. I'm just going to put it in order of, it doesn't really matter, food, and we'll work from here. So we're going to have to click on each system, however. Ancient artifacts, that's fine. Strong magnetic field, we can cut that out. We'll get rid of that, certainly. And EM radiation, yeah, we'll get rid of that as well. It's not a nice thing, EM radiation. Can we move things around? We might as well move that guy over to there while we're here. Let me check the first one, actually. Do I need to move anything around? No. In fact, we can change all these from hyperscale farms. There's really no point in them having doing that anyway. We'll skip all that. That's hyperscale farms. That's hyperscale farms, which we just don't need. Something I should have really checked earlier. That's on finance, and that's on non-baryonic colliding, which is science. So that's fine. These are all 3D replication. That's low gravity. Acid rain, we can get rid of that. We don't want to cut out low gravity, because I think that's a good thing, isn't it? Yeah, low gravity is a very good thing. Corrosive soil isn't, though. Corrosive soil on the gas giant? Alright then, I'm just not going to question it. Let's keep working on Zircor. Oh, good old Zircor. The system that doesn't really do anything. It's been depleted. Let me colonize this asteroid, shall we? And then we will actually get the other 2 upgrades for it, because our approval is ecstatic, so that's okay. And yes, I think that'll be okay. We'll move that over to there. That is the Arctic on the Arctic is on hyperscale farms. I'm going to get rid of it. I'm going to put it on science. I just think it's better that way. There we go. Like I say, this is going to be a little bit tedious, but you know, all part of the course. Really, you have to sort of work on it. All part of the course. Molten Springs, that sounds nasty. No, apparently it isn't nasty. There's only that irradiated one over there, which we haven't even captured. I should probably take that arid as well. Or do you want to take that one? Oh yeah, let's take that one actually. Ah, I've closed everything. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. That one. No, not that one. Was it that one? No. How come I've skipped one here? Zakor, that's done. Why isn't it being put in order? It's because I've changed the order, because that's very annoying. Let's just keep working until I find it again. Anyway, Toxic, cut that out. And Dust Runes, that's fine. Keep working down. This one here, Columbia. We can probably capture... Rich Atmosphere is good. We can probably capture one of these. Let's capture this one here. This asteroid. In fact, we'll put these other 2 in as well. That other research as well. Deep Space Facility. To allow us to get more... science from it, which is good, and then we'll go to fit on. This was the one I had before, was it? Yes, we're going to take this one, the Tiny Baron. It's irradiated, but we can cut that out in probably 1 or 2 turns, but also give us this incense, which is plus 20 approval. So the minuses for actually capturing it won't be that much, because it'll be offset by that. This one here, Finance Commission on all 3. No, on Finance Commission on 2, and then non-baric colliding. It's got rings, magnetic field's been cut out. Everything's alright on that one. That's fine. Altair plus... We are... Shattered Crust, that's fixed. They're all fixed. There's nothing really to do there. That's actually one of the only systems that I don't have to do anything with. Metallic Waters is good, I believe. Yes, it is. Irradiated, that ain't good, but we're not capturing that one. Ancient Artifacts is good. Let me capture this one. Yeah, we'll capture that system as well, because we're on ecstatic, and we'll keep working on IRs. This is never too happy. They're never really too happy about this one. In fact, let me just, for 3.5 grand, buy the happiness out. We're going to exploit this science on this system, on this asteroid even, and also, do I want to do that? Yes, I do. Yes, I do, definitely. And we are going to then go for a couple of upgrades. Well, no, actually, no. Well, let's cut out all these polar tempests and bad things. I think we're about done there. We can't open that door to infinity yet because we haven't got the adamantium and quadronics, so we'll have to leave that for now. But we'll get a couple more upgrades while we're here. There we go. That was just the flavour of last episode. You know, the old science, the old industry and dust +2 per person. Anyway, this one, Ice 10, that's been cut out. That's ancient artifacts. That's all been cut out. They're all on. Well, I'm just checking to make sure they're not on food, which is good. Let's keep working down. Corvus, good grief, I've got a lot of systems, haven't I? That's toxic. Yeah, we need to get rid of that. Let's definitely get rid of that. And this one, can I? Oh, I've already opened the solar farm, which is good. I like that. Let me just check that. Let me have a quick look. Ayaz. No, it wasn't Ayaz. It was. Which one was it? I keep losing them. Where was it? Mayal? No. I keep losing them here. Lekim. I'm just checking them all now. That's all been cut out. The change because I've been messing around with them. Come on. Alter this one. What have we got? Let me just check to see what it's got. Anything that's on conversion of dust, I'll work on them. Divert cities. Now that's fine. You can convert into dust. What else we got? This one here. Robotic locals. They're good, surely. Yeah, they're good. They can lift a lot of things. That's the whole point in them. And Hecker. Hostile fauna being cut out. No point in any of the other upgrades. That's fine. What else have we got to do, really? There's not... I think we're getting about there. Lekim is pretty much done. Cut everything out. Yeah. I think we're about done. I can't see any other ones, really. No, that's about done. I'm sure there's 1 or 2 that I've missed out. Almost certainly there will be. And it probably is easier from going this way like that. Yesel? No, that's all been done. I think we're all done. We're about done. Anyway, I need a couple more pieces of technology to unlock that door to infinity, which is quite good. I believe it's... No, that's the one I like to look at. There, I like that. Yeah, that's pretty nice. I like the little things floating around. I like the whole, there was another empire before us and stuff, and there's things left behind. I like that sort of backstory that they've got going with the game. Anyway, I think we're about done there. Yeah, we spent about 15 minutes just messing around with systems, but that's, you know, as I said, that's something you just have to do sometimes. Anyway, let's take them systems over, which we've just done. That one and that one. There we go. We've also got we've got 4 units of mundane artifacts, which is plus 20% science and empire, 20% science. Oh, we've also got concrete artifacts, 40% trade route bonus. I don't do trading, so I'm not really worried about that. Bother, is anything to do on here? Cut the acid rain out, low gravity, everything's done there. That's Bother again. And fit on, we need to exploit dust on here, and we'll cut out the irradiated. And we could probably move some guys over to it like that. We could probably actually capture that tiny arid now as well. I probably could. I really could. I might as well just put it in the queue anyway. I'll put it in the queue. And I'll take that one off just so I see. These are all doing their own thing. Corvus is... There's nothing to do on them, really. They're all just getting there. They're all really getting there. That was Corvus. Pisces is doing its own thing. I don't really want this... Like that might be quite good, actually. The signal lenser array, which gives us 25% influence area on the star system, but I do need Zydrite, which I don't have at all. Which I have got in the queue, I believe, to actually research and find, but sadly, I don't have it yet. They're all fine. All these systems are good. Oh, there's a couple of systems here that aren't actually doing anything. We've got Finance Commission on there, Replication Plan on there, that's fine. Let me just put a couple more things in the queue. This is... just to summarise all of these ones that I'm putting in order, it is, well, we've got extra industry, extra dust, extra population, extra population again on this thing, and then Wargame Centre for building bonuses to building ships. I believe it's 10% ship, yeah, minus 10% ship cost, and collaboration networks allows me to spy on things, and I get plus 2 sight range. Have I explored the moons? That one's been explored, and that one's been explored. Yeah. About done on that one, I think. Yep, we're done. And then we'll go back down to this bottom one. Betting, what's we got doing? What we got going here? Nothing really. Have I explored the moon? I have. Nothing really to cut out, but we will get ourselves a couple of bonuses to building ships. I think that'll do us nicely. And we're there. Ought to move some ships and start moving them around. So we got a lot of fleets here. Good grief, that is a lot of fleets. I'm going to move one of them over to here to FID, just so I can actually engage it. Oh, let's actually fight. They've got a bit of, they've got a couple of things here. Oh, they got a dreadnought, a kinetic dreadnought, 643.5 power in kinetic, and another ship, just one of them with 351. So I'm going to, I'm going to go for tactics on the first one, increase my weapons damage, and then we're going to just go for barrier on the second and third, really. I'm not really too worried. Let's manual it as well. I'm 7,979 power versus their 2,526. I don't really need to manual this. I just want to see what happens. My first choice, you might be questioning, hang on, why have I picked 40% damage? That's because all the guns are, well, kinetic guns are absolutely pathetic at range, like dire at long range. The sheer amount I have, I'm guessing, I'm hoping that they don't cancel out my tactics card, which 40% damage at this range, I might get them done in the first phase, even though my weapons won't be overly great, so we'll see here. There goes my shots, and yeah, I think I've called that already, haven't I? Yeah, I called that. There goes their Defender 20 and their Dreadnought. It'll probably be going down this volley. That's got a Battlestar Galactica vibe going from it at the front, hasn't it? That's got, like, yeah, the front of that, when you look at it from the front, it actually looks a bit like the reimagined Battlestar Galactica. Well, the original Battlestar Galactica as well, but more the reimagined, because that's a bit smoother, isn't it? Yeah. That definitely has that vibe going for it. Oh well, it's got an explosion vibe going for it now. I'm going to take over that system, start assaulting it, and yeah, guarding it as well, intercepting things. And we've got a couple of fleets that aren't doing anything. A lot of fleets that aren't doing anything. They're all around here waiting to pounce. And is that another... Good grief, that's a 7,000 fleet coming towards me, is it? From the Cravers. That's not very nice at all. Pollux, let me get a couple of upgrades here. Why are these on hyperscale farms, but they're not taking stuff over? Colonize that barren planet, please. And then I can start moving these people around. Cyberflora, that sounds nasty. I don't think I've seen that. Plus 20% approval on planet and plus 2 science per person on planet. A hybrid species, the group from dust-infected lichen. Not bad at all. It doesn't sound nice, but, you know, it might be. Oh, we can actually see they've got a fleet there. Oh, in fact, let me get some upgrades on this. Let me get collaboration networks and the satellites, and we're going to buy them out. So next term, when they're done, we can actually see them, because that'll increase our sight radius, because I want to see what they've got. And this thing I've taken over there, I'm going to move it to there. I might as well put a couple of things in the queue. Yeah, I think we're about there. Yep, that'll do us nicely. And anything else to do? Don't think so. We've got a lot of things to just put on defend, because, you know, they're just all sitting around. Yeah, that one can defend. And finally, yeah, that one over there. These are ready to pounce, but I don't know where yet. I don't know whether to go for these Cravers guys or whether to go for these guys. Probably these, to be honest with you. In fact, I may even pull some of them back. Let me pull that one back and that one back. And I'll I'll leave the other one there. No, I'll pull the small one back as well, but I'll leave a fairly big in there, because I want to just make sure these Cravers guys don't come in and try and take over the things, the opportunistic bastards. Right, are we doing over here? Just looking around, no ships that I can see. I think we are okay, and end the turn. We're on turn 142. If I can take the Amoeba out by, what, turn 150? I'll be happy. Is that possible? I don't think so. 6 turns, so that's 17 for that. I think it's possible because once these fleets are ready, done, they'll just go to there. I should be okay. So, let me minimize that for a moment. We can see that my upgrades actually increased this radius by a huge amount. They have a couple of fleets there, 4,337 and 2,515 with a level 12 hero there. They've also got another one coming in at 400 odd. Nothing for me to really worry about. In fact, I'm going to auto-move my ships, and once they're there, I'm going to just charge in and go and get them guys. However, there's one thing to consider. They, I believe, are allied to the United Empire. They are. They're all pally with him, so if I go to war against him, it looks like I'm going to go to war against him. I will take that risk. Anyway, we've done our research. We can now put more people in fleets, which is good. Let me just sort my research out. We're going to get that, and then that. Like so, that'll increase our I'll get 20% more tonnage on ships, and then we could probably go for that one there, which is another 25% tonnage. It's a lot of tonnage. I don't know. In fact, you know what I've been missing out? I've been missing out this one here, the research labs. Let me just skip up like that and then cut across like so. I'm going to get this solar farming so we get energy absorption, just in case they start packing some beams. And it's only one turn to do. Actually, one of the things we should get is that one there, which is 20% science. In fact, let me burn towards that first. Let me get that one, then that one, then that one, then that one, then come back over like that. You might think that might take a long time, but to be honest with you, the amount of science I'm making, I'll probably burn through a couple of them in one turn. And then after we've done that, we will go up our guns and, well, our weapons and such, because we need to start thinking about either retrofitting our ships. Or building new ones. We'll see. We've just got 4 units of this like leafy stuff, which is 40% ship defense on Empire. My defense is minus 36%, so it's a standard faction, like sort of faction Empire minus. I was going to call it a bonus thing, but it isn't a bonus, really, is it? So it's got a big minus on it, so that'll help us out definitely. We've colonized a couple of things here, and we're going to survey the moon and then we'll exploit the dust and then survey the moon, and I think we're okay there. We'll just keep moving on and seeing what else we need to deal with. Not much, actually. A couple of ones here, maybe. Yeah, we'll get the predictive logistics. Is there anything else we need to move around? Oh, that good old bug where we get that. Yeah, continue playing. It's a UI bug where you get these, like, you can't move colonists around. Oh, joy. I hope they fix that in the patch. Look, we get like a double overlay thing. A lovely jubbly. Let me just put these in the queue. And Yeah, that'll do. We're just going to get more industry and more dust on these ones here. Columbia's doing the same. Exploitation, we might as well exploit... What should we exploit on that one? Low gravity and mundane artifacts. Yeah, that's blatantly going to be science. Get science on that one. Actually, let me colonize that asteroid as well. Sadly, I can't move... Oh, can I move people along? I can. It's just this end one I can't because it's all glitched out, which is fun. Yeah, we'll move them people around. That's fine. Oh, actually, I've just realized I did something wrong there. I need to move that dust conversion, the industry dust conversion. I put it in the middle, so it was just going to exploit that one and then just sit there going, yeah, we're going to colonize this asteroid after we've completed this conversion, which never completes because it's a complete... it's like it's an endless one, right? Oh, have they got a fleet there? They have got a fleet there. 6,000. Oh, we'll have to deal with that. Why can't we deal with that? Why can't we fight them? I don't know. Anyway, oh, it's because this is it here. Right, so I have 3 dreadnoughts, 8,347 power versus their 6,647 with a hero level 12. They have a kinetic ship of nearly 400, or over 400, kinetic ship of over 350, another kinetic ship of 400, 2 of them in fact, and a dreadnought of 643. So they have a fair amount of gunnage. Let me pick adaptive strategy on the first phase and then repair on the second and third, and we will manual it. Again, hopefully the sheer amount of guns in the long range will be able to cut through them, but theirs won't be able to get through my hull, and then on the second and third phase I'll just repair through any damage that they actually cause. However, I have a feeling that most of their ships, or at least I reckon half of their fleet, will have disappeared by the first turn. Look at that! That is Battlestar Galactica, right? That is definitely got a look. You can see you've got the front section here, then you've got the engine pods on the back there, and then on each side you've got the landing bays where that one is it that one? Yeah, that one is got to there's one their ship's exploded already. That one is the museum, and then this one is actually one we launched the Vipers out of and such, and the Raptors. Battlestar Galactica is an awesome series, and if you haven't seen it, watch it. I'm on about the reimagined. I haven't seen the original, to be totally honest with you. Right, so this is the first phase. No, I didn't. To be fair, I didn't call it right. I only destroyed 2 of their ships instead of the 2.5 that I needed to technically destroy half of their fleet. Although there's another ship gone, there's another ship gone, and there's the dreadnought gone. So to be honest, you can probably give me that one, can't you? Really, they're gone. There we go. Pew. Their genome is no more. Hold on. Today's beverage is gravel. Tasty. A bit dry. Right, so that was pretty efficient. They're gone. 6 turns to take that over, and 16 turns for that one, 2 turns for that one, 2 for that, 1 for that, 4 for that. Not bad at all. Looking around, everything's cool. End the turn. Still keeping an eye on up here because obviously they could always be a bit cheesy and declare war on me at any point and send ships in, which is yeah, I'd be very surprised if they did that, to be totally honest with you, but at the same time, I'd be sort of in the crapper. What the hell is that? Why is that like that? 1 dreadnought versus a massive fleet. Where's that fleet at? It's there. Good grief, how have they managed to send 1, 2, 3, 4 dreadnoughts at me, plus change? Eek? Against a... Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, guess what? Retreat. 16,000. Yeah, that's painful. I've ran, obviously, and I'm going to then combine these 2 fleets here, merge them up, and then click... Well, I'm already defending this Electra, which I've taken over, and then actually defend against their fleet when it comes in, which is going to be interesting, because I don't know if I can match that. How could they actually attack me? We're not at war. Let me have a quick look. No, we're not at war. But they are at war with the Amoeba, which means they've come in to take that planet. Alright, okay, I see what happened. That's fine. Let me move this fleet. Oh no, we've got 1 more turn to take that over, and then we'll come in and take that. Right, we've got a couple of research things done, which is fine. We've explored a moon, there's nothing on it, and we've got probably more research to do here. So, the one I'll be doing now is optics research, which is basically it's plus it's just more plus science, which I'll be I'll be using, and I'm just going to move people to different planets while I'm there. I'm not really too worried about it because I need to just get it done and keep going really. Are these on? Yep. Then I'm just checking to make sure there's none on just creating, none on just sort of trying to stack food, because, you know, most of these systems are now really they're sort of done when they're sort of maxed out. There's a couple here that are on hyperscale farms, which is fine because, you know, they're not maxed out yet, so we'll keep them on until they are. But most of them are actually maxed out now. Let's call it Columbia. Do that. We need to exploit this system, which we will go for. We'll cut out the mineral poor, and we'll get... Actually, what do we want to do on this one? We will not exploit science, and we're going to exploit industry. The reason for it is that I want to keep this one producing a fair bit of industry. Although, to be fair, we've got a couple of Arctic and gas methane. Oh yeah, it's about medium weight. This one here, the mundane artifacts. That's why I put that one into science. But I'm going to put this one into industry. I think that's about right there. Yeah, I think we're about right there, and then we'll move some people along when I need to. We'll just keep going down the list here. This one, we will just get optics research, which is plus science, which is okay. Have we explored that moon? Yes, we have. And are we there? We're about there. Ought to move some ships, move them around. We probably get loads of fleets here now. Yeah, we got loads here, but now we can, because we've got that research, move some of these guys around and actually make bigger fleets, which is fine with me. This is a tank plus save. You know what? I'm going to just sort of cannibalise that fleet because it's a bit crap. And then this fleet I'll move over to here. And then we can probably merge them two there. Can we not merge them? We can't. That's a shame. I can put that one in there, though, and have this little one just move over there. There we go. That's a... Oh, most of them are tank plus saviors. God, they're old. I mean, I think I've still got a couple of missile civs plus missiles around. Anyway, these guys here, they get out my system. Right, so they have 2 dreadnoughts. One of them has got 1,400 missiles, another one's got 1,700 missiles, and the other two's got missiles and missiles. Yeah, I'm going to pick camouflage on the first 2 phases, and then pick probably adaptive strategy on the... No, probably repair on the third. Let me manual this. They've got 7,990 versus my 8,102, but they have an absolute sackload of missiles to just launch at me, which is problematic because, well, actually no, my flak is quite high. My flak is nearly 500. I should be okay. However, nothing is certain in this day and age, really. So let's see what happens. So first phase, we have not cancelled each other out. They get deflector efficiency, and I get efficiency on anti-missiles, which is fine. What I need to do now is ensure that they go down quite quick, although one of them is going down quite quick. There's the missiles. Close blast doors, activate the defense grid. Will this hurt? I think it will. No, it did not. I stopped them all, which on the first phase is fine, so I can... Actually, no, I'll keep my camouflage. Looks like my weapons are really cutting through them now. Their deflect efficiency is absolutely pathetic. Their dreadnoughts are getting hammered. This phase now, I am really not concerned about, really. I'm just cutting through. There's my flak stopping all their missiles, and the third phase I might as well go for extra damage because I'm not going to need to repair. I do actually auto-repair. I've put a repair module on this, which is 10% repair at every phase anyway, so I don't really need to repair. There we go. That caused them to drift over. Oh, look at that. Looks like I'm eating it. Om nom 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 nom. Mmm, tasty Kraver Dreadnought. And there we go. That would look quite good, that, actually. I did like that. And there we go. Drifting off to take over, not take over planet. I've already taken it over. To, yeah, just keep it there. And then we will make sure they're actually intercepting again. And that's quite good. It's quite interesting to see that the Kravers are sending these big fleets my way. When I say interesting, I mean quite annoying, but it does sort of show me exactly what they've got. And I know they're packing a lot of missiles, which is never fun. Missiles are never fun because if they get through, they do cause a lot of damage. Anyway, I think we can safely move on. No, we got a couple of systems that I need to deal with here. We'll cut out that irradiated and gather the dust on that one. I'm guessing there's a fair few systems that I've sort of missed out. Yeah, there's a couple of systems I've missed out, I'll be totally honest with you. Any one of them like here, like that. Normally I check these. Normally every turn I sort of check these, but obviously for recording purposes you tend to skip, you tend to try to sort of skip over this sort of thing because it can be tedious. And I normally just use the this thing on the right, they just sort of, when the UI pops up and says, oh yes, these things are done. So because these haven't been done at that point, I need to manually check them, which is fine. All I'm doing is putting the optics research on to increase my science output on them all, and then make sure they go back to converting dust. In fact, let me just check my approval. It's quite okay. Oh, I can't lower that. I'm guessing this is my minus is 1,000 odd, 1,562 from fleets. That's a lot of minuses. Why is Pollux not happy? Probably because I've captured this. No, I'm not going to buy it out for that much. I am actually going to cut out the irradiated and start cramming the dust though. It's one of my new ones. Oh, one thing I need to do actually. I've just remembered. I keep forgetting this. I keep forgetting to engage my naming scheme here. Just put the pluses at the end to show the ones we've actually captured. That one's got a plus. That one has. That one hasn't. Why not? There we go. Plus. And are we almost there? We are definitely almost there. Is the ones I missed out? No, we're done. And we got a couple of things doing nothing. Where is that one? It's here, is it? Yeah, it is. So we'll just tell them to defend. And the other one is there as well. We'll turn that to defend as well. We will end the turn and... this is going to be fun, this is probably going to be a fairly big fight we're about to have, which I am quite apprehensive about, actually. We have 4 units of Red Sang, which is plus 20% dust on Empire. That is excellent. Bit of research done there. Oh, there's that fleet. That's that fight that I'm worried about. Let me minimize that for the moment. A lot of these systems are continuing on with their research, which is fine. I'm just going to put these into science conversion and just work down to the end. I don't think there's anything else I really need to worry about. Oh, I do. I need to exploit these, put some exploitation in things, and that'll do us there. Like I say, the problem with this is that I should really be checking all of these, but I sort of don't have the... well, I say I don't have the time. I do have the time. I have as much time as I really need, but you understand that if I had to check them every turn, it would be a massive pain. Let me just get some of these upgrades done. Depleted. Yeah, that's one of the Cravers planets, right? Yeah, it definitely is. That'll be the one on the far left. Is anything to do on here? No, just converted dust. Thank you very much. And most of these ones, like Hecker and such, yeah, they're done. They're okay, we'll leave them for now. I'll check them in a couple of turns when I need to do upgrades. Auto move some ships around. We will... oh, we can't merge them yet. We're going to move this fleet over to there. We're going to move this fleet down to there. Oh, well, their fleet. I say fleet, I mean fleets, because there's several of them. We'll also put a plus at the end of Tylus, because we've just captured it. We've also captured this one here. We're going to put a plus at the end of that one. And we might as well... yeah, we'll start putting some more happiness on this place. I say more happiness, more approval. 5 turns to take over that. Yes, we are still on... oh, are we still on track to take this over by the end of turn 150? I think we are. It depends on how long that takes. Right, so this is a big fleet. This is the big fight. So I have 4 dreadnoughts, 11,007 military power versus their 16,059. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 dreadnoughts. Most of them are packing missiles. Yes, they are. 1,000 of missiles, 1,400, 1,600, 1,300. And 2 other ships that are missiles and missiles. So my first... card will be camouflage, so my second and my third will be just repair for now, but I'm going to manual it. I am, what, 5,000 less than them? Yeah, so I'm a dreadnought shy of theirs. Yeah, this, I'm not actually confident on this one. Let me take some more gravel. That's not a euphemism or anything. I'm not confident on this one, I'm really not. The only thing that's going to alleviate my concerns is the is me weathering the first phase. If I weather the long range phase, I'm home and dry, really. However, if I don't, that'll be problematic. Oh, that is problematic. We've cancelled each other's cards out, which means I'm not going to get an extra 40% on my anti-missiles, which is very bad considering the amount of missiles that are currently heading towards my fleet. Let me just get that one. I'm just changing them. Hang on, have I just stopped them all? No, I didn't stop them all, but I stopped most of them. Well, I'm not really too worried. Let me just change that I managed to sabotage them, which is minus 25% damage from their missiles. I weathered the first phase. I am not concerned about the second and third, really. They've all got missiles. They're not packing any guns at all. If I manage to weather their first phase without that card, the second card plus the one I've just played, that should do me. They're going to hit a little bit but cause almost no damage because I've got minus 25% from their damage on the missiles. And now they're up in my grill, and I've cancelled out their card, which is Short Circuit. I've also repaired my ships to full health, and my guns are doing the job nicely. Yeah, that is an unbelievable amount of flak. I say flak, I meant gunnage going straight into them, and their missiles coming off. Nothing of note. There we go. They had more power than me, but I had better defense. That was still tough. That was a very tough fight, actually. Ooh, okay. So, the most important thing is I know that my flak defense works. Let me move these guys over to here, and we will start taking that system. 2 turns to take it, so that is okay. I will defend that system. I'm already defending it, and they've got a couple of fleets here. Do I go to war with them now? I could do. I could actually go to war with these guys now and charge in and take that over. Let's do that, shall we? This might be a mistake, but we're going to do it nonetheless. How would you like to partake in some war? I would. You guys charge straight in. Thank you very much. Straight in, and we will assault the system. Well, we'll assault them. So they have a hero there. Looks like a vampire, actually. 12 power, well, level 12, but blood everywhere. 3,000 is their military power. They are packing missiles of not much note, and they have no deflect at all. So I'm just going to pick camouflage for the first phase and repair for the second and third, only because I've got a tank plus savior there that might get a little bit damaged, just a little bit. But I think they're going to be gone in the first phase. No, they're gone in the second phase. They're gone. That's fine with me, and we will have another fight because they've got another fleet there. I'm just gonna auto it because I've got 11,000 versus their 4,000. Nothing really of any consequence. They're gone. I will then assault the planet and intercept. There we go. And 6 turns to take that over. So I'm probably at war with a couple of people now. Let me have a quick look at our shaky hands. I'm at war with 3 people. I'm at war with the Amoeba, which obviously that's, well, they're almost gone anyway. We can't really class that. But I'm at war with the United Empire, which I've never really fought. I've never really seen. I think I had one little skirmish with a scout ship. It actually wasn't a scout ship. It was like a, I don't know what ship it was. It was some kind of, I think it was a Savior plus Empire or some ship that I sent off just randomly. I haven't fought them really, and the Pilgrims I've only really had a little skirmish with as well. So it's going to be interesting to see exactly what they're packing. Although it doesn't look like they've got much for me to really worry about. I'm still waiting for this system to actually become a proper one. Let me just get some more approval. Let me just sort this system out. There we go. And I think we're about done. Let me just end the turn there. And there'll be a lot of systems that'll have completed their upgrades, which is fine, and then we'll deal with that later. We got a lot of there we go. This one here, this upgrade, the upgrade, 20% science, 20% science on the Empire. That is a huge amount, which I'm currently going to have to go through all my systems and do now. Oh joy. So, we're now hated with the United Empire and hated with the Pilgrims. I am not surprised, because I'm at war with them, obviously. Right, is that a fleet? It is not really a fleet, is it? It's a tiny little ship. It's like a 42 power ship. It's a scout ship, right? Let's auto move some ships. 1 turn for that, 4 turns for that, 3 turns for that. We are still on track for taking these over by the end of turn 30-odd. 150. This ship here, I don't know why I'm moving it over there. I'm going to move it that way. I'm going to turn it back around. Turn these back around to go to there. And then take them over, because we don't need more defense around there. Or at least I don't think we do. Right. This is... Alright, that's my output. You know what? I'm going to cancel that. I'm going to go around manually all of these systems. So, let's start at the left and work along. So, Zakor, you can get the science upgrade, which, like I say, 20% science. That's an unreal amount. It is unbelievable. 20% science. Pisces. By the way, I know that doing it this way, I'm going to miss something out. I know this for a fact, right? So, you know, if I do, feel free to, you know, just calmly explain in the comments how much of a fool I am. I'm just rushing down all the planets now, all the systems, just to put that in the queue, because regardless of, to be honest, there's nothing really that I can think. There's no bad thing about it really. I mean, it probably gives you minus dust. Yeah, minus 7 dust. Oh, 7 dust. Nothing then really. Let me change this from hyperscale farms over to dust as well, and this one here as well. Dust or science? Dust, science. Science will do us. Jump cut. Why do people always interrupt me when I'm making videos? I was answering the door because someone was actually trying to sell me doors and windows. Bit of a tough job that really, isn't it? Do you want a door? No, I've got one, mate. Obviously. Right, so continuing on with this upgrade, I am putting pretty much every system, regardless of what they're doing. Oh, not really regardless of what they're doing. If they're converting into dust, I'm going to stop them and then tell them to... I knew that would happen at some point. I'm going to tell them to go to the Graviton Shielded Laboratories, which is 20% science on the system, which is excellent, unbelievably good. In fact, we'll do for this one as well. There we go. Is that one doing it? Is that one's one of my new captures as well? I'm surprised about that. That's one of my new captures, and I've got that converting it into that as well. Mustn't have anything to do. This one's okay. Everything going around here okay. Yep, that's fine. In fact, these systems, I bet they've got upgrades for defense. They probably have. In fact, there's one there. Look, there's one there. Scrap that. Get rid of it. Confirm. I should really go down the ones I've captured and get rid of all them. If they've got defense, I do not want them. It's minus... Well, how much is it? -1. Did that say -1? If it was, I probably should have left it. It's not really worth it. It's not worth me clicking and getting one step closer to RSI. Okay, I think we're about done on the upgrades. Nope, there's one. Like I say, I'm sure I've forgotten 1 or 2 things along the way. But obviously, you can stop and rewind and check it out, whereas I'm doing this completely live, so if I miss things, obviously I can't. Unless I see it in the edit, in which case I then want to really kill myself. Right, I'm on minuses? I'm not on minuses. Why am I not on minuses? I don't know. Do I want to reduce the tax rate? No, we'll keep it at our 35%. No, should we do that? I'm going to put it up to 35% from 30, I think. Yeah, that's going to be worth it. What haven't I got in terms of strategic resources? Well, I've got everything in strategic resources, and I've got 4 more of them. I've got Monopoly, but what about these ones? Oh, I haven't got this one, whatever that is. Voidstone, plus 20% healing. Not really concerned about that. What about this? Ionic crystals, 60% ship movement rate. Oh, that'd be quite good. What about this one here, the QR code thing, which I've never scanned in. And there you go. I'm going to leave it there. If you want to scan it in, try it. I don't even know what it is. Let me know in the comments. 20% industry on Empire. I need one of them. Where's another one of them? I'm looking around. Where is one of them QR codes? I bet it's over here. Quick. There's one. Right, that's my next target. No, these guys will have one surely. Can't see. Yeah. Well, I need that one. That's pretty good. I like that one. 20%. That's a big percentage though, isn't it? That one. Anyway, rambling a bit as I often do. End the turn. So go on turn 146, which is good. We are getting there. Ooh, lots of stuff here. Zydrite, I found Zydrite, and let me guess, I now possess 4 units of it. And I can now develop the signal sensor array, which is plus 25% influence area, which is quite good. Nothing I really want to do on all of my systems, certainly not, but definitely on a couple of them. Let me auto move some ships, and most of these just tell me that they've completed some stuff. Let's finally put me a couple more things in the queue for you there. And same as these ones here. That one. Not that way around, actually. Then them one and that one. And I'm just going to get most of them. That'll do me. I want to move that over to there, as well as them 2. And then I'm going to turn you off hyperscale farms to... You can exploit dust. You can exploit dust. No. You can exploit industry. You can exploit dust. You're already exploiting dust. And this guy can exploit dust as well. This is going to be the dust planet, I think. the dust system. Anything else to upgrade? Nothing. They're all doing it. And let me check my systems that aren't doing anything. Oh, it's this one here actually. Say systems. I've actually taken that. Good grief! I took that over straight away. Ah, that's okay. Let me just defend that area. And that little ship there. Oh, it's only got a tank plus save. That's probably going to be my scout. In fact, let me send it over there. Now I have to think about this now. Do I have enough to charge into there? I do, but I don't really want to do that. I don't want to antagonize the cravers. What's that actually? A tunnel slipgate. What does that give you? Is that blockades bypass? Yeah, and 100% trade route bonuses. So nothing for me, and it's useless in that craver's hands anyway. Yes. Anyway, I don't want to go to war against the cravers just yet. I want to get rid of these guys first, because then I would really be overextending. I know. This I'm still going to have to keep around there. These aren't really of any concern at the moment. What I'm going to do on these two systems, however, is get the signal lens array. That'll give me increased radius to see, so I can start scouting these areas here, which is why I'm only going to do it on certain ones. I don't need to do it on all of them, but the ones that are bordering their other empires, I'm going to put it on. Like that one, for example. In fact, not like that one, for example. Let me just buy out some of these little cheap research ones. How much is that going to take? 4,000? Yeah, why not? Let's just get it done, shall we? Let me get the satellite, and we'll get that signal lens thing that was on about 1,500. Then we'll get collaboration networks. We'll buy it out. Then we'll get that one. Yes, there we go. Is that about us? I think that's us done. Oh, let me just quickly rename that as we should. And anything else to do? End the turn. There we go. Turn 146. We are getting there. Something I think I mentioned or sort of touched on at the start of the episode but didn't really continue. Does that to say 33 completed constructions? It does. Good grief. 33. What? This is why it's a little bit annoying now, because it's so I've got so many systems. I say annoying. I can't really be complaining because I'm sort of winning. Let me move a couple of people over here. Anything that's churning out a lot of population. Let me just move them around. I don't know why I moved that guy to there and then that over there. There we go. That'll do us. Let me just quickly zip down these and check all the ones that aren't really doing anything. You convert to dust now, and you can convert to nothing. You can get more upgrades for science. And this one, don't know. No, just going to industry. Most of them are going into industry. And this one looks like a new capture. This one, hyperscale farms, is it? Well, we'll start moving these over. All these guys on hyperscale farms. No. We're not having that. All you guys are going to be plowing into industry. Thank you very much. All into industry. Thank you. And then we can get a couple of upgrades. So we'll get the extra adaptive taxation systems. Increased dust, increased industry. That's what we want. Anything else? This list is getting far too long to be any kind of fun. Do we need to exploit the Polaris workshop? We don't know. It's just already there. And then we get some upgrades that I normally don't bother with. There we go. And to be honest with you, I'm sort of just stacking most of the upgrades now. I'm just pretty much going every upgrade. There we go. The only ones I'm not really putting on are the extra food, which I don't really need. I mean, you can do it, but I'd rather take the hit of the extra food. I'd rather take the downside of not producing like a bazillion tons worth of food and actually keep my dust going. Right, these are going to take a couple of turns. Let me just buy it out. 4,000, not really worth it, but I'll buy that one out, and I'll buy that one out. That's going to take long? Is it 500? Yeah, they're little simple ones. They're only going to take a couple of a little bit of money, so it's worth getting it. And there we are. Have they explored the moons? They haven't cut out the irradiator. That's what I'm going to cut out, which is 900. We'll just cut it out straight away. That'll help us out. Same as these new systems, the rings. That's one thing I didn't really do. Go over these and cut out things like the ice. Let's cut them out. Explore things. Kessler. Yeah, we don't need to cut that out because it's still we haven't colonized it. Actually, we'll cut out the EM radiation. We'll buy it out as well. And all of these systems. Garden of Eden. Ooh, very nice. Very nice indeed. Poor mineral. No, we'll get rid of that. Thank you. Don't want that at all. Swamp World's been cut out, and everything else has been cut out there. That's fine. I say all these ones, these are the ones that I've captured. I haven't really went around. Permanent monsoon, that doesn't sound good. I haven't explored the moon either, so let me just buy all 3 out. Done! I've got the money to do it, so I might as well. I believe that's one of the things you can't do with the new faction. Seismic activity, let me cut... Oh, we are cutting that out. And this one here, volcano. Comrade Volcano, that's quite good. Well, I say quite good, I wouldn't want to live next to it, you understand. Well, probably a bad place to take the kids on the weekend, but, you know, something that is okay for us on the old industry side of it. Like, yeah, something I touched on in the early part of the episode is the expansion, the Disharmony expansion, that will probably be out by the time you're watching this. I'll be continuing on with this, the series. I won't be upgrading to that just yet. I'll be actually sticking with this for now, because I don't want to sort of hack it. There's a lot of changes coming with that, and I don't even know if the save files are going to be compatible. But even assuming they are, I'm going to continue on with this one until we finish it, because we've probably only got a couple more turns until we're at the end of the series anyway, at the speed we're going. So I thought that would be best. Anyway, I think we're done all on the upgrades there. Let's just end the turn and yeah, see how we're doing. This is the main thing I'm worried about at the moment, the little bit of war we got going. Good grief, that's a lot of research done. It's because I've found quantum substrates and adamantium, which means I've probably got resource monopoly. Yeah, straight away. Explored a couple of moons, nothing there, and loads of upgrades here. You know what? If they're not doing anything like this one, I will just give them a couple of upgrades. Otherwise, they're just going to stay to dust conversion until I really need to worry about them. That one can get... that one, why not? I might as well put the signal lens array to increase my influence area. Regardless of where they are, I guess. I know I wasn't going to bother. I was only going to put them on the outside, but why not? Well, why haven't we colonised that? It's got an orchid there. Definitely colonise that. Again, I get a couple of upgrades. I'm guessing that was from there. Yeah, no, it wasn't, but we will rename that, and then we'll get the Corporate Freedom. We'll just buy it out. I'm just going to buy out a lot of these cheap ones that, you know, we can get in like a couple of turns. I think that'll do us nicely. Just finish all these off. My empire's getting massive here now. Right, ought to move some ships and see where we're at. We've got a little ship just gone here. That's a fair few fleets that have gone here. Right, we've got a couple of dreadnoughts that we need to just sort of stack into other fleets. Do we need to stack into other fleets? Yeah, we might as well. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll put that one into there. No, not into there, into there. We're just trying to, you know, condense all of these fleets, because I know we've got a lot, most of them are like 3 dreadnoughts, where we can actually have more than that now anyway. So that's okay. Let's just move them over there and we'll condense all them. We can actually have 4 dreadnoughts in each fleet now. So let's start moving these over to these ones and start condensing the fleets down. And can we do that actually? Can we put that into there? We're probably going to have one more just remaining over. Yeah, one more. Just sitting there. Right. How are we doing? That's captured. That's one more turn till they're gone. One more turn for that one. Let me move over here. Check the upgrades. Yeah, we're getting there. Oh, what's that? That's my scouting working. There you go. They are packing a couple of fleets. 7,770 and 7,497. And the Cravers have got an 8,000 fleet over there. That's quite worrying, actually, considering I really can't defend against that, not on this border. I've got nothing on this border at all to defend against it. Nothing. I might have to worry about that. Let me have a quick look. Let me go shaky hands. And they are still at war. They are still at war, which means that's okay. I'm guessing this is more a preventative measure for themselves. If they do go to war, I can probably crank out a dreadnought quickly and get it up there. Speaking of dreadnoughts, I really need to start researching some more guns. Let me start doing that now. And we'll go up to that one there, and we'll get... we need to get a bit more defense in a couple of things, so we'll go up there, and then there, and then there. Then we'll go up these ones just to get some more flak, and then we'll go up and get... Actually, no, let me change all this. We'll get them guns. And then we're still going to go up to guns. We still want better guns, so we'll go up to there. And then we will work up this direction to... I don't want that one there. That one is non-baryonic explosive. That's like the best... Is that the best missiles I can have? 163, and yeah, that's the best missiles I can have. So we could make a lot of small ships with them missiles, but there's no point because I'm going for more dreadnoughts. Which I don't know, I like stacking dreadnoughts and guns. Although ideally, you want that and that there. That's the max damage on fleet weapons, and you want loads of small ships, all packing them, loads of missiles, loads of missiles, and loads of and that there, which increases your minus 20% health on the ships, but you also get plus damage on the ships as well. So it's sort of worth it. Anyway, I'm going to stack a couple of these here. I'm just stacking the defense, which we're going to go up in here, and then go up. Actually, we're going to go up there and then there, just so we get the better shields. There's the shields there. Instead of working up here, there's no real point, is there? That's quite good as well. Trooper defenses, invasion military power on a ship. We might as well get that as well. Might as well get all them. Most of them are just 1 or 2 turns, so that's okay with me. Okay, that's our research done. And you know what? I'm just going to end the turn there. Because this should be another empire wiped out. Let's see what it says. Is it going to say it? Is it going to go? Yep, there we go. There's another empire exterminated. So, game event, empire elimination. Friend or enemy? Well, they were obviously enemy. They are gone. We've got an attitude change. The Cravers are now neutral. They don't really like me building all these ships and beating someone, which is understandable. I now have... plus 5% invasion on Empire, because I've got some incense. Invasion. It's always good. That's going to be useful. And I've also taken this system here. You know what? Just plow straight into that way. And take over their home system, the Pilgrims' home system, 4 turns. Lovely. Lovely. I'm just buying out the happiness on this. Just turn up and go, yeah, everybody's happy. We can actually buy it out with money. Thank you very much. I get a couple of upgrades. Research is done on one thing, and then we've got loads of other systems to look at as well. Let me just put most of these upgrades in the queue. Don't really need to worry about most of them though. Most of them are just converting into dust, but you know, for the ones that aren't, we've just got a couple of research upgrades for them. There we go, that's it. We've apparently got a couple of fleets doing nothing. Yeah, these here. All of them defend, all of them. We also need to change the name. Well, I'll just add something to the name. We'll buy out the happiness and the approval even, and we'll buy a couple of other things out as well. There we go. Careful sweeping, satellites, all the upgrades, to be honest with you. And then the moons, have we explored them? We haven't even colonized that one, so we'll colonize it. And yeah, that'll do us nicely. These ones on hyperscale farms will move the people around. Like so. It's weird because as things have speeded up, i.e. my charging through the empire and things, this is this episode and the last episode have probably been the most eventful as of late when it comes to the series. And certainly, I've taken the more systems. The game itself slows down because you have to deal with more systems. I mean, look, that's my empire there. Fairly big, right? Fairly big. So, I think we are about done this episode. We have destroyed, i.e. eliminated, the amoebas, which again is the sort of name of our the objective of our series, extermination and such. So we've exterminated another faction. We've got the amoeba down and out. If I got shaky hands, there's 2 on the list. We've carved another one in. That's good. We're currently at war with the Pilgrims here and the United Empire here, and I reckon the Pilgrims are dead next episode. Well, they are, surely. And then we can work on the United Empire as well, and then the Cravers, and then these 2 guys here. But that's not this episode. That's next episode when we destroy everybody. Maybe. Might be the one after that. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Generic partings. Don't know why I said that all sectioned up. Bye.